Wholeness, y'all. Spirit light body coming forward. All right, y'all. I'm going to break down to you what the astral plane is and the true nature of the astral plane. Okay, let's get right into this. Look at the depiction. This is an ancient depiction of what the earth looked like. Notice the earth is the center of the cosmos. The sun and the moon and the stars rotate over and around you. If you're conscious of your reality, this is really taking place. Then the next thing I want you to notice is the ocean is above you and it's also below you. This is what the quote unquote God of the Bible spoke of when it said, "Let me separate the waters above from the waters below." This is a very real phenomenon, and I can go into that and I can prove that, but I'm not going to do that in this video because I want to stay on the nature of the astral plane. So again, the astral plane is what we know as the ocean, the celestial ocean, right? Because we know that the earth is more like a disc. It's foundated. You see what I'm saying? But there's an ocean above you and there's also an ocean down here with us. So that's why they can't go to the very bottom of it. The only way you can get to the very bottom of the ocean is to go outside of your body. In some of the deepest levels of occultism, they'll tell you that the only way to get to the bottom of the ocean is you have to be like part of the council. There's a council down there and there's entities down there that when they call you down there, you're coming, and the angel or the spirit will emerge from the ocean and it will inhabit your body and keep your body warm while your soul leaves your body and goes down to the ocean to go sit in this council. There's real entities down there, not just any old jack can go down there. If you're requested to go, then you can go. You see what I'm saying? Understand, I don't have time to play with you. I'm not playing games. This is real stuff. Like, I've been to the ocean and under it and in it and stuff in the astral plane before, and I've seen entities there that, like, yeah, there's no records of anything like that I've ever seen existing here. And at least on this side, you see what I'm saying? Because we also know the astral plane as the other side, or heaven, nirvana, loka, Buddha, Shambhala, Agartha. It has many different names, right? I've went over this with y'all before. But so the astral plane is also the imaginative realm, meaning that it's based off of your mind. Remember, Tupac said, "I came to bring the pain hardcore to the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane." So he said inside. So like I told you before, we often say, and I say it too, you know, like, oh, I had an out of body experience, but you weren't out of your body. You were actually in your body. Now, the true nature of the astral plane being the Innerverse. Now, we'll get into this a little later on in the video, and I want you guys to see exactly what the ancients were telling you and exactly what they were speaking about. We don't have to really speculate a whole lot here. You see what I'm saying? And one thing I want you to understand is, like, being conscious of yourself being on an astral plane. When you start to get familiar with the different layers of it, you'll be like, oh, I was in the underworld like the other night. I know I was in the underworld. When your dreams are dark, or you're going downstairs, you're in the underworld. Smoking the weed and stuff like that, it takes you into the underworld. You see, like, smoking the weed opens you up, you see what I'm saying, to the astral plane while you're awake anyway. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, this is very real stuff, guys. And once you start becoming conscious of these things, you see what I'm saying, your dream body will expand. And it's a very amazing thing. Like, the astral plane is no joke. Like, there are actual, like, beings that live in that plane that operate, that sometimes some of these dreams you have, that could have very well been an operator in the astral plane, like how you're operating here on this side. You see what I'm saying? Because you're incarnated in a physical body, right? There's operators in the astral plane as well. And then, of course, those dreams that don't make any sense, that's just a delusion of your mind. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you can't understand it, or you're not remembering it. You see, like, the hemispheres of your brain aren't linked up, and that's why it's hard for you to interpret it and remember it. But so, to back up what I'm telling you about the astral plane being the ocean, look at what they were showing you right here about the earth. And what are they showing you around you? Waters below and waters above. See? Now, this was known by the ancient cultures. Like, when you read the ancient texts, they were very clear. Make no mistake, they were very clear about letting you know that there's a celestial ocean, and what we know as the astral plane or heaven. Some of it, not all of it, some of it takes place in the underworld, which they showed you right there in the depictions. I got some more coming so you can see this. Some of the underworld, or excuse me, some of the actions and things and that go on in the heavens takes place in the underworld, which is below the earth. Some of it right here. You see what I'm saying? There's real-time projections. I've had real-time projections of myself, you see what I'm saying, on the astral plane. So there's different tiers. Remember, they showed you the 7 layers, just like a shell. I got this shell right here from the ocean in my hand, helping me transmit this message to you. This got layers to it. Those layers, or the lines in the shell that are separating from the other parts, those are your different lives. And that's why you don't always remember your past lives. But there are those of us here on the earth with you right now who are professional reincarnators, and we've done this many times, over and over and over. And I touched on this with y'all in my Bhagavad Gita series, talking about the type of souls that are advanced like that, who have lived many lives. Like, I got writings from years ago where I was seeing things in my mind's eye. At the time, I didn't realize that, hey, those were past life images. Like, but I've been able to tap into the astral plane through meditation for a long time. Like I told you, it's the mind. And the easiest way to travel the astral plane is through the mind, because remember, the mind is the closest thing to the spirit. But again, look at these depictions, y'all. All these depictions I'm showing you, you see the ancients were showing you the underworld. They were showing you the different layers if you pay attention to it. And they were showing you how the celestial ocean above you. Like I told you earlier, I can even show you things where they've sent up these rockets and you can clearly see, hey, like that looks exactly like if you were in an airplane looking down at a boat. That rocket going through the sky is exactly what, if I was in an airplane looking down at a boat, it looks the exact same. See, the truth is always hidden in plain sight. It's just whether you understand this or not. And that's what I'm telling you. Like, I don't have time to play with you. I really can break this down and really make it make sense for you. Like, this is a real thing, and I'm tapped into this, and like I'm very passionate about this. Like how my brother Sanchez would say, wholeness to you, brother. I do this, right? And I ain't doing this all alone, because wholeness to Sevan Bomar, because he really put me on to a lot of this stuff too. Like, I'm telling you, man, that man's a real deal. Secretenergy.com. Get over there. He'll exhaust this for you. He can teach you way better than I can about any of this stuff. But anywho, though, so I've showed y'all this before, right? When you're in the astral plane, remember I told you that's the Innerverse. Remember what I told you, the underworld, the root chakra. Remember, this isn't good, it isn't bad, it just is. The root chakra, that's the lowest chakra, right? That's the stable foundation, like the earth is stable. That's why it has the 4 corners and the symbol for it, just like the earth. You see what I'm saying? And then you ascend the spine, the organs. So this next depiction I'm getting ready to show you, I'll show you exactly how when you're going up the spine and you're going up what they call the ladder of lights, which is the chakras, it's the organs inside of your body, remember. So that's why when you're smoking, drinking, different things like that, dirtying up the organs, eating the trash food, clogging up your filters, which your organs are your filters. Anything you take in, you see, you hear, your organs or filters are dirty, it's going to throw you off. So again, look at the tree right there. Man, I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of that, Yggdrasil or something like that, one of the depictions. But notice the tree, that tree is the spine. Now look at the worlds they're showing you coming up the tree. That's why I showed you in this collage. That's the same thing as the human body. You are the tree of life. And all those different worlds are your different organs, starting from the underworld. Notice it's dark, y'all. What did I tell you when I'm in the underworld in the dream? Look at the depictions on the bottom. It's dark. And then look at the realms as you go up. You see what I'm saying? The more you ascend the ladder of life, ascension and descension. Behold, for we saw the ladder up and down. Spirit light body, y'all. Till I come forward. Wholeness. So it is.